Well, it seemed like the new service chief is a good news, or perhaps good news to Nigeria, because some very positive things are beginning to happen. Girls that were being abducted since 2014, there's report that some of these girls have actually been released. Not just released, they escaped from their abductors. Is it that this has to do with our former service chiefs, or what do we have to say about this? Because all of these are interwoven. We don't know why since 2014 our service chiefs are not even able to fight Boko Haram, let alone allowing these girls to escape or even getting them freed from their abductors since 2014. Imagine just few days, not even up to 72 hours that service chiefs have been changed. Imagine the good report that some of these Chibok girls have actually escaped from their abductors. How did this happen? How did they escape that for all these years they could not escape and suddenly they could escape? Should we blame the former service chiefs, or should we look out to what is going on with these new service chiefs? Is it that they have something to do with the Boko Haram or the former service chiefs? Who do we? Because definitely in things like this, if you ask from the American government, they would suspect the new service chiefs and also the old service chief. Because if you really look deep into this kind of things, you would see that there are some things that could be, connected to each other. The former service chiefs have been there, they could not release these girls, and these girls could not even escape. They do not even know their whereabouts. And now that in not even up to 72 hours, the new service chiefs have been appointed, and some of these girls escaped, and some other people that have been in the den of these Boko Haram bandits. Well, we're yet to really see, or yet to really watch the drama that is about to unfold in Nigeria regarding the Boko Haram and also our security and service chiefs in Nigeria. Anyway, I'll bring more details to you shortly about how these girls escaped and the good news about what happened and some of their names that were released to the public, and many more. Please ensure that you stay tuned. But before then, please guys, if you have not subscribed, please ensure you hit the subscribe button right away before we continue this report. And also give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get updated anytime we drop a new video. Yes guys, this is Saffron Media. We give you the best, sizzling hot, trending, exciting happenings in Nigeria and more. Alright guys, let us get right into the details of this report, as it says that few days after service chiefs were appointed, kidnapped Chibok girls escaped from abductors. Just few days after the replacement of service chiefs, including the chief of army staff, some kidnapped victims by the Boko Haram members is said to have escaped from their abductors. A number of victims kidnapped by members of Boko Haram bandits, including some of the Chibok girls kidnapped from their school in Borno sometime in 2014, escaped from the abductors on Thursday. This is happening on the same day the former Chief of Army Staff Tako Buratai handed over to the new Chief of Army Staff General Ibrahim Atahiru. It was confirmed that the new development, and also learned that the escaped victims are still in the hands of the military while their parents have been contacted. There have been some reactions generating from this new development by different persons, as some sees it as a good start for the newly appointed service chiefs, while some see it as a foul play. And the report that got to us on Thursday evening says that some of the girls that escaped include one Halima Ali, said to have been married off to a Boko Haram commander after their kidnap. A source also confirmed that some of their parents have been contacted by the officials handling the girls, and that the affected parents might be invited to Maiduguri, the Borno State capital, soon. Similarly, when contacted, the Secretary, Chibok Parents Association, Lawal Zana, confirmed that some of the girls had escaped but had not yet ascertained the number of girls that actually escaped. Well, it is a good news, and Nigerians are actually happy that some of these girls that were taken away by Boko Haram in 2014 have actually regained their freedom. It's such a long time, 2014, that is close to 7 years ago that these girls were actually abducted, which is painful that some young girls could be away from their parents for so long and even married off. Only God knows what these girls must have gone through and the kind of hard labor or even slave trade mentality that they would have gotten by now, and so many things that they would have used them for. We just hope that these girls are able to get their lives back together, just like it was reported that even a young girl was married off to the commander of the Boko Haram, which is very painful. How old were these girls when they were abducted? Some of them were not even up to 13 years old. Most of them were between the ages of 10 and 15 and so on. And so many of them were taken away just like that. And for all these years in the same soil that we have armies, we have all sorts of, for years these girls have been there, and it seems like the government of the day do not even care, because if they care, these girls should not be in, it is very, every life is very important regardless of who and where they come from. Every life of every Nigerian is important. So it should be a priority to the government to ensure that any child that is being kidnapped is released within 6 months. Imagine, for over 7 years, these girls have been with abductors, and the government of the day were not even talking about it any longer. Even the parents to these girls would be going through pains on a daily basis. There was no reports that their kids died or anything, but they are with abductors treating them like they do not come from anywhere. These are things that are really, really hard to swallow. It's a pill that is so hard to swallow by any parent. But now that the new service chief has found a way for there to be a release, like some Nigerians are speculating that this is just a foul play, because how can you just be appointed in few days and now this is happening, that some people escaped, like how did this happen? Yes, it is something that should be questioned, and yes, it is something that should be really looked into, because the former service chiefs have been here all these years and they could not do anything about these girls that were abducted for so many years. And now in not less than 72 hours, these girls had to escape from the den of the Boko Haram. Well, we don't know how this service chief has actually negotiated, or well, he might know something about it, or perhaps the former service chiefs. Well, I think this guy should really be probed. Yes, that is why I love America. The way they handle things, regardless of whatever position you're holding, they know how to go about getting you to do according to the state. Because I don't know why in Nigeria we have to, there are times that we just sit down, all we have to do is to keep negotiating with terrorists. It is not allowed in America. We should also abide by that. No negotiation with terrorists. And I think things are going to get better. So guys, from here I say thank you for listening. What do you have to say about this? Please drop it in the comment section. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.